Hello, this is Eric from the GamePad Saga podcast. I just wanted to let you listeners know that this is a special episode. You're probably wondering why it's released on a Sunday instead of our normal Tuesday. Well, there's a reason for that. This episode is dedicated to my brother. The reason why, because it is his birthday. Kishion, happy birthday. So I just wanted to let you know I'm proud of you, of all your accomplishments, and I can't wait to see what happens down the road. So again, happy birthday, brother. We raise our banners, we raise our glass or bottle, and we'll sing happy birthday to you. Hope you have a good one. And now, on to the show. Record, ready to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're proud to present the GamePad Saga featuring Eric Clipsness 2G
Hello.
and Kishion Keyo-G.
Welcome.
What's happening?
What's happening, y'all? Chilling. Well, I guess Saturday night.
Yeah, I just came off a 12-hour shift.
And I'm putting them to work.
Yeah. People need to not be sick. People just need not to be sick. If you're sick, take care of yourself. Please.
Yes.
I
Mentally,
have
physically
spent a 12-hour day working in the OR. It was a fun time. And what I mean by fun, it was a shit show. Shout out to my OR team, Holmes Regional. Love you guys.
Holla.
But yeah, I'm tired, but we're gonna get this going.
All right, let's do this.
So before we get into the topic of discussion,
All right.
I wanna talk about Nintendo.
Okay.
So I mean, we're talking about beat 'em ups today, but we're gonna do a little sidebar here, and I'm gonna ask you, brother,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think about what Nintendo's doing right now with YouTubers in the emulation?
So I peeked at it, and I was kind of like, WTF, we're doing this again?
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking, I believe, did they do this when they dropped the Switch? They started flagging everybody?
Yep. When they started flagging people, and then you had to be a Nintendo ambassador.
Right.
And even then you were limited to what you could do.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
I think it's messed up, but unless they're going to drop a system, I guess that'd be backwards compatible, then not okay, but I understand, I guess, from their point of view.
I hear you. I hear you. We all know the Switch. Well, if we don't all know this, the Switch 2 is coming out next year, slated for spring/summer. And seeing how, I think with the PS5 and the new Xbox, the new version of the PS5 and the new version of the Xbox, which again,
Xbox,
waste of money for both, in my opinion. And my prediction was right, and my prediction was well before the PS5 features came out, the showcase for the PS5 Pro.
Yes.
And everyone's upset. I was right. I was right. But with the Switch 2 being slated, I think they're going to see how scalpers are with these. Because I remember they were saying it was supposed to, the Switch 2, if I remember, was supposed to come out sometime like late this year.
Right.
And they said they wanted to be prepared for that.
Yeah.
So they pushed it back to summertime for that purpose. Now, as you see, PS5 30th anniversary, you can't find anymore.
No.
And you got people, what's $1,000 for it, and the most I've seen it for right now is $4,500.
Wow.
Let me tell you something. There's a special place in hell. There's a special place in hell for you people. And look. I'm all about getting the paper in legal ways, right? That's legal.
Yes.
But marking it up $3,500 more than what it's supposed to be
is unreal.
And people are buying it.
That's
the crazy part.
Jinx,
you owe me a soda.
Oh man,
that was not planned, by the way. And we're one Corona in, so
yes,
welcome. I don't know. I think Nintendo's gonna be prepared for it.
Yeah.
But from the start of it, though, what I think is going to happen is they're going to have a set amount, a lot, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's going to be a period of time where we're going to have to wait and get another wave coming in.
Yeah.
Or they might have a lot and then only put out so many, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then do it in waves like that.
Keep the demand high.
Yeah.
PlayStation, I guess you could say, did that, but I don't know. I don't want to hide behind C19 and whatever.
C9, oh yeah, COVID 86. How come you don't say the name? How come you don't say the name?
I don't know. I just like C19.
Well, COVID 72. If they didn't have any, you know what? Say if COVID 1 did have some say in this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Wouldn't you think that the repercussions of this would be long gone by now?
Yes.
Wouldn't you think like the demand for things? I mean, I know we got inflation. They blame COVID 2 on inflation and all the rest of that good stuff, even though like it was going to happen anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't understand how people don't grasp that concept. Like things happen, seasons come and go, right?
Yes.
And I don't know. I just think that I just think we're going to run into another situation where the Switches are now going to be like $6 million private sale.
Hopefully not. But only time will tell.
But yeah, man, if you guys are resellers, then this is one thing I do at GameStop, or I did at GameStop when I was with one of my good brothers, Jared, who was my store leader at the time, and I was his ASL, so I was his second in command. We would give resellers hell when they came in. If we knew they resold,
yeah,
they'd be like, "Oh yeah, can you just keep it in the original packaging, like in the box?"
So that's what they tell you.
Oh yeah,
okay,
and
so you can point them out easily.
Oh yeah, you can point them out easily. You can look at their membership and be like, okay, how many times did you buy this thing? 1, 2, 3, 4. Or sometimes they'll outright tell you, "Oh yeah, I bought like 5, 6 systems from here." What you need 5, 6 systems for?
Yeah,
what?
That's crazy.
No, if you're buying them and you helping out some friends and they're giving you the money for it,
right.
That's one thing.
Yes.
But if you're buying them and being one of those assholes that are selling it for $1,200,
mm-hmm.
and then people are like, "Oh, well, I'm just going to go ahead and pay the $1,200, $1,500 for this," when you literally could buy a PC that's better and will last you longer for that amount of money.
Yes.
You know what?
I mean, as long as they keep buying, there's a market for them, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. But you want to know something else? I came out on fire, and I didn't mean to do this. I did not mean to do this.
Bring in that hot fire.
Yeah. Dylon. There's only 5 top 5 rappers in the history of rap. Dylon. Because I spit hot fire.
It's hilarious.
But I think Nintendo's going to do well with this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nintendo, they'll be fine.
But my concern with Nintendo is this now that they brought the Switch into market, but then you have the ROG Ally, you have the Steam Deck, which both I think the Steam Deck has already got the LED upgrade.
Okay.
The ROG Ally is going to have a new chip upgrade when that new one comes out. I think it's already out.
So are these emulators or what are they?
I mean,
just handheld?
No, they're handheld PCs.
Okay.
So like you can do Steam, you can do. I mean, the Steam Deck does the Steam itself,
mm-hmm.
but the ROG Ally is a Windows handheld. You can do anything on it. You can play Steam. You can play Epic Games. You can do all kinds of stuff on it. The Lenovo Legion,
mm-hmm.
which is similar to the Switch, you can take the sides off of it. Still like a mini computer, a handheld computer.
Wow.
But
technology's come a long way.
It is, and it has, and we can thank the Switch for that. Oh, well, actually, if you want to go back further, we can thank the PSP.
I still have one.
Which one? The 3000?
I'll double check the number, but I believe it is like really early.
Yeah, it's
model.
3000. Yeah, it's 3000 model, and then you had the Vita model afterwards.
I was looking recently how to mod it. I was like, what else can I do with this thing?
Oh yeah, you can play it. I think you can play PlayStation. No, that's on the Vita. On the Vita, you can play PlayStation PS1. 2 games on it.
2 for the Vita. Okay. Yeah.
But I mean, back to the subject at hand, I do feel that the the emulation market. Like we talked about this a little while ago.
Mhm.
That the game preservation, was it Yuzu? It was two other companies or two other people that were doing the software for the emulation.
Yeah.
Or two other, I wouldn't say companies, but two other like entities that were doing that. And was it just recently they had the guy in Brazil? I can't remember what his was called. It was just him and maybe a few other people.
Right.
But he was the main guy that did it. And literally Nintendo went all the way to Brazil to this man's door
On their private
And this is sourced from RGT85. Y'all check him out, please. If y'all like retro gaming and trying to figure out the state of gaming, that man is all over it. Going for number 2 of Corona. Thank you. But yeah, they went to this man's house and they gave him a cease and desist order.
Unbelievable.
People were saying, "Oh, he was nice." They were nice about it.
How
Disturb my
nice?
motherfucking peace, man. Like, how you gonna come to my door and tell
Right.
me you need to stop doing this? Well, maybe you need to put out better games.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to go ahead and preserve some of these old games and stop putting out remasters like Donkey Kong
God.
Returns.
That's a whole
Oh, it is a whole other thing.
A whole other thing. I was thinking about that the other day.
Oh, see?
I was like, remaster.
Great minds think.
Here we go. We get new consoles and everyone wants to drop a flipping remaster. Why? What is the obsession with remastering a game?
Well, they know it's going to sell, but the inconsistency of these remasters being sold. How is it that Luigi's Mansion 2 is $60, but Metroid Prime Remastered is $40?
Well, it's probably because it's Luigi and Nintendo.
Yeah,
A similar
but
Mario product.
But Metroid is a Nintendo product.
You're right. True.
So you're telling me the Metroid is not on par with Mario at all in popularity.
Popularity? No, I want to say Mario and Luigi is still up there.
Okay, all right. So they are up there.
Like you see them more than you do Samus or Metroid. Like you see Mario and Luigi's face.
$40 and that game it's not a side scroller.
No.
It is a first person damn near open world game. And you got Mario that all you do is run to the right. And you're telling me that one that more. Or Luigi's Mansion kind of semi-open, but you're telling me that's worth more with Luigi's Mansion 2 than Metroid? Like,
I haven't seen the numbers, but they believe so. Marketing or someone saying, "Hey, we want this at 60, we want this other game at 40.
I'm gonna say it like this. We're gonna go back to Donkey Kong. I'm hot. I'm hot about a lot of things today. I am hot, but I'm going to say this too. So let me ask this, from the Wii U, and Switch, did we get any new Donkey Kong games?
I don't believe so. Were they all remakes?
I believe Tropical Freeze was new.
Okay. No,
but that was on the Wii.
I wasn't following Nintendo.
That was on the Wii.
Mm-hmm. But no.
You get Tropical Freeze, and then obviously you can play it on the Wii U, because Wii U can play Wii games.
Mm-hmm.
You get the Switch, and you just get
a bunch of
Tropical Freeze again.
Here you go. We'll just dress it nicely.
At least Super Mario Bros. Deluxe gave you 2 extra characters, but that was on the Wii U as well.
I mean, I don't know. Wasn't Twilight Princess on
Wii U?
Was Wii U first?
Yeah, it was on the Wii first, and then it got remastered on the Wii U.
Okay.
So let me say this: Zelda's a bit different. And a lot of people are gonna be like, "How are you gonna say that?" But then turn around and say Zelda's different. Well, Zelda is different. First off, because I love Zelda. I love Zelda. I'll do remakes, remasters with Zelda any day of the week. But at some point, you got to give me something new.
Yes,
you got to. And I wouldn't say that the new Zelda that just came out is a remaster. I wouldn't say that. But we're reusing assets. Was it the same game? Yeah, I mean, it is Link's Awakening 2, basically, right? Yeah. But Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, we got that for 1, 2, 3 generations.
They think they're Grand Theft Auto and they can do that.
With Donkey Kong, though? You didn't think
Did
about
it
putting a
sell?
new game and then Donkey Kong Returns? Like,
Uh,
what? What?
I don't know. Did Rare still own the rights to Donkey Kong or Diddy Kong?
Maybe. Now, that's a good
'Cause
question.
I know
Maybe.
Rare was going through their issues.
Rare, hands down, probably one of the best developers
Yeah,
in the N64 era
I would agree.
and original Xbox era, because I know they've made games for original Xbox and 360. But yeah, we went down a far rabbit hole. We did. But the emulation, the game preservation,
Mm-hmm.
why there's so many people out there that would still buy games just
If
because
they're
they like to
repackaged.
collect,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I think we've all kind of been like that. I'm sure we've all done that with some game.
Yeah, and buy multiple. But then again, like I said before, I'm all about piracy at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I am, because if they're going to shut this down and they're trying to do a whole digital thing, this, that, and
Right.
third, I get that. That's great, because I use the Switch Online and it's a great platform to play older games
Mhm.
on separate systems. But what if the internet goes out? Then what do I have to play?
Nothing.
Right.
I still don't understand that.
I don't
Give
either.
me an offline game to play.
Right.
You know, you want me to buy your new console? Well, allow me to play it offline. You know, don't you guys know the internet goes out at times?
Right. The worldwide. I'm sure. We had like a worldwide outage like a couple years ago.
As
Something like
far
that?
as was it after Christmas?
Yeah,
Is that what
something
you're
like that.
talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was something like that. I was like,
No
oh
one could
shit.
play their game or their new game.
You know, with new game, like couldn't get on I couldn't do anything. Couldn't get on Discord. Couldn't do nothing.
Oh gosh, yes, I do remember that.
I was freaking out. I'm like, oh shit, this is a spyware attack or whatever it is. My partner at the time, I go up there. I'm like, oh hey, you know, we're going through something right now. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean, we got the internet back the next day, but
Still, I was like, hold
that's
up.
scary. That's scary. I mean, I've lost everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think game preservation should be considered.
Top priority.
Yeah, I think it should be considered. But now everything's going digital. These companies don't want you rebuying. These companies don't want you giving to other companies to buy it from there or sell it. And I don't understand, because some of these games that are out have good value.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I agree.
Repackage them. Do something. Like, hey, we're coming out with a new sequel for this. Kind of like what they did with Bayonetta, right? When they came out with Bayonetta 3, they gave you Bayonetta 1.
Oh, okay.
They gave you Bayonetta 1 with that. Bayonetta 1 is only on the Wii U.
Yeah. Well,
Can't play it anywhere else.
That was very nice of them. Now it got me. Or now I'm thinking, did other games do that? Besides like a greatest hit collection.
Final Fantasy did. I think
Okay.
it's Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2 on the Switch. Wait. No, those both. So they gave you a digital code for it.
Mm-hmm.
So you paid for the cartridge to be one game, but the other one's digital. And that's the other thing too. That's the other thing that really grinds my gears, is because why are you giving us one game, but then you're just giving us a digital code for the next game?
So that made me think of Metal Gear. Which collection did it? A Metal Gear collection where they gave you 2 and 3, but 1 was still on the PlayStation Store, and it was a digital code that you had to use.
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, I haven't looked yet to see
They were
why.
like PS3 or something like that.
Yes, but it could be they don't make the physical disc anymore, or they don't want to make the physical disc
Probably
for
not.
it. So, I mean, I don't know.
Well, I guess we can go down this rabbit hole the whole day. But yeah, that was just something I wanted to bring to your attention. Now these YouTubers are getting stricken on their accounts
no
because they
reason.
have these old videos that they had up for years.
They went back. Oh, they did that again.
Yeah.
Went back through the old videos.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And it's, Nintendo, you're great, but you suck at the same time. Like, you have great games, you have great quality systems.
Mm-hmm.
Just give us things that we want.
Yeah. Your content is out there. People are sharing it. Why would you want to be like, no, can't have that out there.
Yeah, can't have it out there. You know what? Can't have this out there. How about that?
Because you do this, and then that makes people want to emulate more. Just
and they're gonna
fuel on the fire,
and they're gonna find ways to do it again. Someone's gonna find a way to do it. It's kind of like cheaters.
I mean, what do they want? No one to show their content anymore?
I don't know. I don't know what they want.
So then no one will be able to see it?
I don't know what they want. I don't know. It's kind of like they want to isolate their stuff
and
be
separate from everyone else. What did I see? I saw something. Nintendo wanted to go in a different direction and not use AI.
I mean, AI is everything.
Right. But they're like, we want to be different. We don't want to rely on AI. Or let me find that.
I mean, AI has been built in games for a long time.
Right.
Now, are they talking about like outside of games?
Let me see here.
Because, I mean, I don't know. I mean, some of these game engines.
Okay, Nintendo won't use generative AI in its first party games.
So RNG is what they're talking about?
Let me see what this says here.
While you're looking that up. Oh yeah, you go ahead. I was just gonna kind of aimlessly talk for a minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
So wanted to give some shout outs to some people out there. No one in specific. No one in specific. But just letting you guys know that you're enough. You're enough. I don't know who needed to hear that, but someone needed to. You are enough. No more, no less. Amen.
Amen.
Oh, man, this has got me hot, bro. This has got me hot.
Here we go. So according to tweaktown.com.
Tweaktown.
These names. But anyways.
Deep nut.
It says Nintendo President Shuntaro Furukawa. Furukawa.
Furukawa. Remember, ours are D's.
That's right. Sorry.
Furukawa
has revealed that the company currently has no plans to use generative AI in its games due to IP rights concerns. So,
I mean, what does that mean though?
I don't know. I guess they don't want a company coming back at them like, hey, let's see. We're going to find out here. Speed up game development.
I mean, so, all right. So this is maybe my theory, right? So they don't want to do AI. So they are going to take the time to make sure that this game from top to bottom is going to be good. Now, human error. Hold on. Let me scratch my ear real quick. But human error has showed us in the last, I would say, 10 years, games haven't been that great.
No.
And maybe it's because we're getting old and we're losing our luster on games. I don't know. It could be a little bit of both, right?
Yeah. But also, I feel like how the games are developed as far as a mindset of creating a game, then chopping it up, then trying to do a little too much as far as selling it to you in pieces.
What are you talking about, Final Fantasy 7?
Is that what they did?
Oh, they did. So I remember when the game first was announced that they were going to do it in episodes. So they were going to do the first one, and then the other two were going to be DLC, right? But then they were like, we're going to do the first one, and then we're going to make a whole big game for the second one, and a whole big game for the third one. And at first I was like, I'm not sure how I feel about this, right? Because I want to play the game. So I actually held off from buying that. Because that game came out in what, 2020? 2019? Final Fantasy 7 remake?
Oh, the remake. So.
And then 2021, they came out with Intergrade, which was the Yuffie DLC.
So 2020 for Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Yeah, I think it was either 2021 or 2022. It came out with Intergrade, which is a remake. But like I said, they had the Yuffie DLC. And then now they just came out with Rebirth earlier this year, I think February or March, something like that. And then now they're going to come out with whichever one they came out with, Reunion, which is a remaster of one of the, wasn't a spinoff. It was just basically a side story
Yeah.
That was part of the main story, which is important. How I feel about that, I don't know, because I haven't touched Remake, nor have I touched Rebirth. Rebirth is literally the deluxe edition I bought for $100 is still wrapped because I'm waiting for the third one to come out.
So you just knock them all out at once.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Yeah,
I don't want to play it and then be like, well, now I got to wait 6 years
if it ever shows up.
Yeah, if it ever shows up.
Yeah,
and if this crash isn't super bad or anything like that.
Yeah,
but they got to figure something out. But anyway, go ahead, as you were saying. Or
no.
were you saying anything else?
No.
All right. Sorry. That was just something I needed to touch on. What are your thoughts, people? Leave it in the comments, please.
Let us know.
Yeah, please let us know. We'll get back to you, I promise. We'll get back to you. But all right. To the subject at hand.
Let's do it. So in today's episode, we are going to talk about the beat 'em up genre.
Beat 'em ups.
Some markets refer to these games as brawler games or beat 'em all. So Kishion, if you don't mind, can you explain the beat 'em up genre to us?
Oh, well, I don't have a script here, but I'm going to tell you this. Beat 'em ups can range from 1 to 4 players, maybe even 6. Hell, maybe even 52. Who knows? It's usually a side scroller, and you are beating up a number of people. You're beating up a number of people that are on the screen. Either you're doing objectives, you're collecting items, whatever it may be, but the end goal is to get to the end of the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you will have a time limit, sometimes you don't.
Annoying time limits. I just hated those.
Yeah. Go, go, go. Otherwise, yeah, it is a button mashing, fun having, getting mad at, throwing controller type game.
No, I hit you first.
Yeah, right. No, that's actual fighting games. That's actual fighting games. I do that all the time. It's like, how the hell did he get me with this? But yeah, beat 'em ups are really fun if you got a bunch of people with you.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, they're like 4 players. I know there's a couple of them, like Ninja Turtle Shredder's Revenge, I think is up to 6.
Is it? Holy cow.
Yeah, it's up to 6. But there are games that have multiple characters you can use. Multiple players can play, but other than that, they're really fun, especially if you're little and got a sleepover going and you guys doing beat 'em ups, taking turns and all the rest of that. Or, you just the boys getting back together, getting the band back together and be like, hey, let's go ahead and just play some Ninja Turtles. You know what I mean? And just running some nostalgia.
I remember that game, Ninja Turtles.
Which one? Turtles in Time? Turtles in Time. Yeah. Turtles in Time. If anyone has not played Turtles in Time, please pick up the Cowabunga collection and play that. And you have to play the Super Nintendo version. Super Nintendo, because everyone knows that one. That one in the arcade.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there was some stuff cut out in the arcade. The Super Nintendo has a bit of additions. So yes, pick that up, please.
Pick it up, y'all. So the first beat 'em up game was an arcade game that was a side-scrolling beat 'em up that went by the name of Kung Fu Master. And this game was released on November 24th of 1984, 2 days after Thanksgiving of that year.
You know what? I think I played that.
Did you?
Yeah, it was on, what system was it on?
I think it was ported over to Nintendo.
But it was an original.
Hold up.
It was an original system it was on. I remember because after Lamar passed, we went to my aunt's house to stay there for a bit, if you remember. And she had this like game system that had a little joy. It could have been an Atari, I'm not sure, but it was like it had a little joystick.
Yeah.
The button on top. And so you're this kung fu guy walking through, and you press the stick in if you want to punch. And then there was another button on the side. If you hit that, you can kick.
Mm-hmm.
And then another button you can block. That was it. And I kept getting my ass kicked. But I think let me look it up while you're looking at that.
It was a handful of platforms. Came out the arcade, Famicom, NES, the Amstrad, CPC, Apple II, Commodore 64, Atari 2600, MSX.
Yep, same game. Yep.
XZ Spectrum, Atari 7800, and Game Boy.
I think it was the Atari I was playing on.
So
Yep, it was the Atari 7800. Yep. Yes, it was.
But we can thank that game for all the lovely games that we got down the road.
So yeah, so what beat 'em up was one of your favorites?
You know what? After doing all this, well,
after doing all this, doing all what? God damn it!
Sorry, after doing all the research. I mean, I don't want to default to Turtles because I always loved Ninja Turtles, but
oh yeah, we're all gonna love Ninja Turtles.
Between
just
that
about finished beer too, by the way,
and
boys
the
and girls.
Simpsons, I'll just go with the Ninja Turtles.
The Simpsons game, the arcade fighting game, that was good. That was good.
That was awesome.
But I mean, that's it. It's the only ones that you find that kind of stick out in your mind.
Yeah, because I don't know.
Did you not play too many of them? I know you played Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage, Final Fight.
Final Fight was the shit.
There were things that I played at friends' house and never picked up for myself. And they were kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Final Fight was my jam.
What was your favorite, or do you have a favorite?
No, Final Fight.
Final Fight?
For sure. Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Never
that
played
one's
that one.
Oh, that one's really good.
I just know the name of the movie.
Yeah. So they came out with a beat 'em up for that. It's animated. It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
And I remember I bought it on 360.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this, right? I looked at it, I saw it, and I was like, oh, I mean, I got Xbox points. This is when I was working at Target at the time. I was going to college and, not being a smart individual and just spending all my money every time I get it after I pay my rent and everything like that. And
I was there. We've all did that and learned lessons from it.
Yeah. So I had I would say $50 worth of points.
Mm-hmm.
It's only $25. Let me grab this. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I grabbed it and I was just hooked. I was hooked on it. It was like, this game is great. It had kind of a cartoon / anime-esque feel to it.
I have to
Comic
look
book
for the name. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was really good. The gameplay was amazing. I probably played it and beat it from front to back. And you can do New Game Plus too, so all your upgrades can come with you the next round.
Yeah.
Probably did that about 6-7 different times.
So New Game Plus, that was an interesting concept. Yeah. Became aware of the New Game Plus idea from Jedi Fallen Order. I was like, oh, this is interesting. But I guess, your powers or whatever, carrying over its experience points.
Mm-hmm.
But it was different. And then
really, you just now discovered this?
Yeah, I was like, oh, because I don't know, a lot of games, there's certain ones that I would replay, like Grand Theft Auto. I would always go through and replay.
Oh yeah, of course. I wouldn't even do New Game Plus for that, even if that was a thing for Grand Theft Auto. I would never do that. But
there's games I just would play once and never really go through again, I guess. Yeah, or every so often. Like right now, I'm doing the Metal Gear series on the collection, starting at 1.
I just started the zero collection since we haven't finished that one yet.
Zero
for Mega Man.
Oh yeah. That's funny. Brian was texting me. He was like, "Oh, I'm taking out or started playing X1, 2, and 3."
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Well, too bad. I already covered all of that for you guys. You dirtbag.
I started playing the first one. I believe I'm on Dr. Wily's castle. I'm at the part where I don't think he's named Copy Man, but it's a stage where you face yourself, I guess. I believe it's at the end.
Yeah, Copy Man, forget it. Just do that.
I don't know. Mega Man, the game I have to step away from and come back.
That game is not for the faint of heart.
No.
Mega Man is not for the faint of heart. It is not.
I'm like, I gotta put this down. I'll come back later.
It is not.
Brian was saying the same thing.
It's not, man. It's. I mean, people think platformers are. Oh, it's easy. All you gotta do is jump from here to here. You use the abilities. No, it's not. It's not easy. Sometimes you don't get the coordination down.
Right.
Sometimes you're just having a bad day. You're thinking too much. Sometimes the game just really hates you.
Yes. And I'll let Brian know because I guess he has it on PlayStation, and I guess that does not have the rewind feature, but the Switch does. So.
It has a rewind feature if you're doing the Switch Online, and if Mega Man is on that.
On Switch, yeah. But he has it on PlayStation.
Oh, so he has the collection.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have the collection? Okay. Well, I guess. Well, that's weird. How do you get the rewind feature and I don't? Because I have it on PlayStation.
I
Actually, I have it on PC too.
I think it's just a PlayStation thing that doesn't, or a PC. Like it's only a Switch thing where they just have a rewind feature for the game. So
yeah,
I'll die like 500 times. Like nope, rewind.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, my crazy ass has all the collection, all the Mega Man games that I have on PlayStation on PC as well.
All right, so back to Kung Fu Master. It was classified as a side-scrolling beat-'em up that was developed by IREM, IREM. A little info about them is that it's a Japanese video game developer and publisher that was founded on July 10th of 1974. Kenzo Tsuchimoto?
Tsuchimoto, yeah.
Tsuchimoto is the founder. 3 big games that they are known for is Moon Patrol, R-Type, and the game we are talking about, Kung Fu Master.
Oh, wait, he did R-Type?
Yes. Or they are, can't talk. They worked on R-Type.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. I didn't even know that.
So moving forward, Kung Fu Master will be known as KFM because I'll get tired of saying Kung Fu Master over and over again.
Kung Fu Master.
So in Japan, this game was known as Spartan X.
Excuse me?
Yeah. It had a different name over in Japan.
Well, hold on. So how does Spartan X come from Kung Fu Master?
You make me do my homework now.
I'm just saying. I mean, no, this isn't you doing your homework, but I'm just, and maybe just because I'm tired. Again, I came off a 12-hour shift. I got questions about everything. I got questions about my own damn life. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
do I want to do that again? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, do I want to go to sleep? Yes, but am I going to get to? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So
I got you.
It's one of those things. But where did what I want to know is where did the derivative come from?
Oh, wow. They just wanted to name it that.
Yeah,
I got
Spartan
you.
X. Like, now we're getting into not Greek mythology, but like Greek history at this point. We're getting to Leonidas and Demistocles and Xerxes. Yeah, scissor me, Xerxes. South Park, you're so great. But yeah, Kung Fu Master, I remember playing that when I was younger. Uh-oh.
No, I guess Spartan is another way used in Japan to denote warrior.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. See, I just needed to know where the derivative came from. I was like, because I'm thinking like Greek, I'm thinking about the 300 Spartans that
this is Sparta.
Battle in Thermopylae, was it?
I don't remember the name. I only saw the movie once.
Oh God, it's a great movie. It makes you want to go kick somebody in the
chest.
chest.
I'm trying to think.
It's a great movie.
For some reason I want to say I bought it from Blockbuster a long time ago. I don't know if
DVD or VHS.
Probably DVD.
Yeah, it was DVD because we were DVD boys. We were definitely DVD boys for sure. I mean, we had some VHSs. Don't get me wrong, not a lot, but we did.
300 on the VHS. Now I'm gonna look and see if there ever was one.
I'm sure there was, because VHS was. I mean, it was fizzling out, but I'm sure we're on beer 3, boys and girls. I'm sure it was fizzling out, but I mean, I'm sure we still had it.
Mm-hmm.
I dropped the cap.
Party
cap. Foul.
So KFM was distributed by Data East. Designed by Takanashi Nishiyama and based on Hong Kong martial arts films. The idea of KFM is a really, really loose adaptation of a 1984 film titled Wheels on Meals. It starred Sammo Hung.
Spell it for me.
Sammo. Sammo Hung. Yoon Bio. And the best-known unknown Jackie Chan. KFM was heavily inspired by the movie Game of Death. It was released in 1972 that starred Bruce Lee. I never watched a lot of martial arts or Bruce Lee movies. Did you?
What is wrong with you? Yes. Yes. Like, what do you think Dragon Ball Z came from, bro?
Right.
Those martial arts movies.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess.
Have you seen Ip Man?
I wasn't exposed to them. No.
Okay, so fun fact. Did you know Ip Man was actually the one who trained Bruce Lee?
No, I did not know that.
That is a true story. Please watch Ip Man.
I'll do that.
It is, watch the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Watch the second one. I would say watch the third one. You don't have to, but the first and second one are good.
They're good. Okay.
They're very good.
I'll do that.
But Ip Man, yes. Ip Man was the one who trained Bruce Lee. And Jeet Kune Do is what we know today.
Mm-hmm.
Or Wing Chun.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, it's, yeah, Ip Man is where it's at. I mean, Ip Man was really, I mean, even though it came out later than the Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee movies, but Ip Man was really that man that started everything for martial arts, especially in theater. Because if he didn't train Bruce Lee wouldn't be doing what he was doing.
Right.
Now, unfortunate untimely death that he had and his son shortly after. I sense foul play, but I'm not going to go any further. But just think like how, like, I don't know. Think of how much like
everything's influenced by
movies. But even if he was still alive or it was alive long enough to make like new things happen in stunts and all the rest of that good stuff. I know Jackie Chan's good. Jackie Chan would be greater, I think, in my opinion, than what he had
passed the torch to Jackie Chan.
Oh yeah, he would have passed the torch. He would have passed the torch to Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan would have filled that role greatly because you look at his body of work. His body of work is amazing, but seeing that now he like his creativity, not Jet Li. Jet Li's another good guy too. But seeing Bruce Lee's creativity expand to Jackie Chan, and Jackie Chan already was creative as it was with the choreography and everything like that. But seeing the influence of not Jet Li, God damn it, Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan with expanded creativity.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That probably would have been awesome.
We would have had Crouching Tiger way before Crouching Tiger even came out.
Yeah.
Way before that.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to Kung Fu Masters. KFM.
So KFM contains 5 levels with bosses at the end within each level. And I guess you're in a place called Devil's Temple. The boss fights are 1v1. And just like Mario, our protagonist, I guess Thomas is the protagonist's name, needs to rescue his girlfriend, Sylvia, from a crime boss that goes by the name of Mr. X.
Oh, here we go.
Now, a lot of these beat-em-ups kind of have the same thing.
Yeah. Chase
the girl or save the damsel in distress. This game was so popular that it was ported over to the NES under the direction of Shigeru Miyamoto. And he was so inspired by this game that he used the side-scrolling aspect in Super Mario Brothers. You're going to like this one.
Okay, here we go. Lay it on me.
So, help me with his name if I get it wrong.
Okay.
Damn, I really messed that up. Takashi Nishiyama. Nishiyama.
No, that sounds about right.
Okay.
I don't even know what the spelling is, but it sounds right.
Like the boss battle concept of KFM and put it in a little known game called Street Fighter.
Really?
Yes. So when you would get to the boss stage, it would turn into a 1v1. So that's where Street Fighter allegedly comes from. Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
That is pretty interesting. This is why we have 1v1 fighters. Wow, I am really, you know what? I'm actually really happy about that. That's actually really cool how that came about because I'm a fighting game nut. I love fighting games. That's like my top tier genre. Oh, wow. That's actually really cool. Okay. All right. I got you.
All right. So let me get a swig of this real quick.
Get your swig. You're still in the first one. Oh, shit. He just downed it, boys and girls. He just downed it. They said, chug, 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 chug. And he downed that bad boy.
All right. So let's get into it. First game up is Battletoads.
Oh, God.
So Battletoads, allegedly, this game was released to rival or a response to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise. Battletoads was developed by Rare and published by Trade West.
Okay.
Released on multiple platforms, including the NES on June 1st.
Who else?
Of 91.
Who else did Trade West develop there?
I want to say Double Dragon.
Yes. Yes. One of my favorite. Also one of my favorites. I forgot to mention. Yeah. Super Double Dragon at that.
Released on multiple platforms. This game falls under the platform, scrolling beat 'em up. That's what we continue to talk about. We can race on speeder bikes or turbo bikes through certain levels of the game. Climb down caverns. The game has no saving or password system. A few things. You can eat flies, replenish your health. And then in the game, there's 12 levels with the final boss stage.
Yeah. You want to know what I say to that? Fuck Battletoads. That game was so goddamn hard. So hard. So hard. I think the speeder bike was the one that really messed with you the most. All right. Everyone in the comment section.
Up, went by fast.
Everyone in the comment section. What level in Battletoads gave you the business? I'm talking like you were stuck on this level forever and made you restart. Again, there's no saves, no password system. We are here dealing with stupidity and dying every time. Let me know which one it is, please.
Let's talk about the characters a little bit. So Professor T. Bird, I guess he's a scrawny vulture. He's a mentor to the Toads. And the Toads' names are Rash, Zitz, and Pimple. I can't with these names.
What?
I said I can't with these names.
Wait, say those names again.
Rash, Zitz, and Pimple. In this game, Pimple's not a playable character because he's too busy getting the girl. And I guess I can't blame him. Always has to be one, right?
I mean, no, can't blame him. Yeah, blame him. Look at what we talked about Mario doing.
Mario,
it was always about the girl.
Always
Killing toads. But you gotta listen to the podcast to figure that one out.
Listen to it. Check it out. So the plot of this story starts off with Princess Angelica hanging out with Pimple, and while they are chilling in space, their spaceship is swallowed up by Gargantua. This is a giant space station that is controlled by the evil Dark Queen.
Oh, shit. Do you hear that, boys and girls?
Pimple sends out a distress signal that they are in trouble. And, off our heroes go. I don't want to spoil too much of the game because I would like you gamers out there, play it, experience for yourself. But as previously mentioned, you get to go through 12 levels. And then you get to take on the evil queen in the end. Once everyone's defeated, then you're reunited with the team, and then the queen goes off in hiding, runs very far, far away.
So you did that for nothing?
Save the girl.
And then she runs off by herself?
The queen runs off.
By herself?
Yeah, just her.
But that's not the girl?
No.
Oh, okay, I was about to say. I thought I heard that right.
Once everyone's defeated, everyone's reunited.
I was about to say, I'm like, look, I did all this. I played this game. I went through all this torture. Battletoads.
Yeah.
For the person I'm trying to save to run away. I heard it wrong. I apologize.
I mean, most of them, they're a simple concept.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. Yeah. Yeah.
Just beat everything up and save the girl.
The game's not simple.
No. They throw everything at you left and right.
Yes, the game is not simple at all.
Holy cow.
Like Battletoads is great. Don't get me wrong. If you want nostalgia, Battletoads. If you were someone to play Battletoads back in the day, yes, yes, you'll enjoy it if you pick it up again. Not saying that you'll be happy when you get done. Not saying that at all.
12 hours later,
over here crying in the corner,
yeah.
Just like your kids looking at you. It's like, what's wrong, Dad? Nothing's wrong. My depression has hit me again because I played Battletoads.
Yes.
Because I got depression. God.
So, we do get a sequel that went by the name Battletoads and Battle Maniacs. This was released on the Super Nintendo in the United States in June of 93 and in Japan, January 7th of 94. The game was eventually ported to the Mega Drive system and released exclusively in Brazil in 1996. This time the game follows Rash and Pimple on a quest to stop the evil Dark Queen.
Again?
Yep, she's back again.
What does she want this time?
This time, they brought help, Silas Volkmeyer. So this time, Zitz is missing. Now it's his turn to go out and chase Tail.
Oh, Lord.
Not exactly, but this time the story begins with the Battletoads hunkering down in the Jayachungla Fortress in northern Tibet.
We're just going to say Shangri-La.
They're there because Professor T-Bird wants them to witness or be a witness to a new virtual reality game system named Total Reality Integrated Playing System, or TRIPS for short.
I was trying to put it together. I'm like, this got to be something short here.
The company that is putting on the demonstration is the Cycone Corporation. The CEO, Yoruki Toshoku, and his daughter, Machiko Toshaku, hopefully I get that right, are in attendance. Now, while showing off the game, or the artificial world, which has been dubbed the game space.
The game space.
A pig appears on the screen, or I guess in the artificial world, we'll say, meta. But, sorry.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I need to get my quest. I need to get a quest 3.
Quest 3, yeah. The pig jumps out of the screen, and can you guess what happens next?
It is trying to fight people? I don't know.
Yes, the Cycone Corporation CEO's daughter is kidnapped.
Oh, Christ.
And Zitz tries to make an attempt to rescue her, but ends up getting knocked out. The pig has...
Pig Badenga.
This pig has no name, jumps back in the artificial world, and then is joined by Silas Volkmeyer, one of our antagonists. He announces his evil plan. He wants to turn the real world into his own artificial world, or gamescape, I guess.
So, I mean, I'm going to stop you there for a minute. So I understand the concept of like showing what the story is going to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in actuality, if you were someone who was bad, would you even like say what you're going to do? You're just going to go do it, right? Like, like what? Just sitting here like, oh yeah, I'm just going to wage war on the world. Huh? It's like, what?
I mean, that was I don't know if cliche is the right term.
Oh, cliche is definitely the right term to use for that.
But it's what they always did with the bad guy coming in. I guess so you as the audience, I mean, you could figure it out.
Right.
Who's the good guy, who's the bad guy.
Right.
And who's coming to do, I guess.
I mean, wouldn't it be more mysterious if you were just like a villain, just didn't say shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just appeared.
Yeah.
Did your stuff and then just looked at him.
Yeah, it would.
And then they'd be like, oh, what are you here for? And then you just kind of just look at him. And then you say, mind your goddamn business.
Yes.
And then like just
do what you gotta do.
Fade to black in the shadows. You know what I mean? Like Homer Simpson when he gets sucked into that bush. Speaking of which, excuse me. Speaking of which, side note. So I was at work today, and I was going through Facebook Reels, just looking at videos and stuff like that. And I don't know if you've ever seen the video where the guy was like standing on a crowbar trying to like turn the nut on the tire.
Maybe, I think so.
So he's trying to stand on it. So he's bouncing on it, and all of a sudden his foot slips and hits him right in the nuts.
Oh my God.
And then you got this thing going, huh? What?
What went like that?
It was just some singer. It was some random like singer, probably like from like some foreign lady or something.
Yeah.
It was like, huh? I was dying. I was dying at work. And they're like, what broke you? I was like, this video did. Oh, God. Sorry. Got a little congestion going on, but yeah. All right. Sorry. Anyway, back to what we were doing.
Let's see. Rash and Pimple say, what the hell? You know, they jump in the video game world or the artificial world and go through 8 levels. 2 are bonus levels, and 1's the final boss fight.
Oh, so this sounds like Turtles in Time.
Mm-hmm.
Literally Turtles in Time.
The game has 2 different endings.
Oh.
If you're not able to take out Volkmeyer and his ship that's at the end, you know, obviously he gets away. But if you do take him out, his ship crashes. But when they go to, recover the ship or look in the ship, he's gone.
So I'm guessing there's a Battletoads 3, right?
Yes. Another battle. Yes.
I mean, Rare, I love you, man. But this game was just... I stopped at the first one. Excuse me.
So
2.5 beers in, boys and girls.
Yeah.
That's the beer counter.
The beer counter. So before we get into Double Dragon, we have one more game to go over, and that is the Battletoads Double Dragon crossover.
Yeah, I remember that. I didn't play that one, though.
I don't think I played it either. I don't know.
Yeah.
I always say, I wish I had a list, but I don't know. But anyways, this was released on the Nintendo in June of 93, and it did eventually come to the Super Nintendo, Genesis, and Game Boy in December of 93. Developed by Rare and published by Trade West.
Excuse me.
You know, joining the Battletoads are the martial arts experts, Billy and Jimmy Lee. We're finally able to select all 3 Toads. So the plot of this game, the Dark Queen is back.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
And she teams up with the Shadow Warriors that are from Double Dragon. You get to go through 7 levels. Level 6 is a boss stage where you take on the Shadow Boss. Level 7 is when you take on the Evil Queen once again.
Man, can she just not deal with this anymore?
You know, just like all the previous other games, simple, just beat them up, go through. Your favorite line, took a rock, beat her down.
Took a rock and beat her down.
All right. So now we are on to Double Dragon, developed by Technoise Japan and published by Taito.
Okay.
The game was released in arcades in April of 87. Did come to the Famicom and the NES in Japan in April of 88, and in the States in June of 88, and made its way to the Sega Master System in Japan in October of 88, and in the States November of 88. I think we mentioned it previously. This game took inspiration from Bruce Lee's martial arts film Enter the Dragon. You know, the art style and the setting of the game takes ideas from the Mad Max films, manga, Fists of the North Star.
I just don't want you getting beat up, but Fists of the North Star, great show, by the way. Great show.
Okay. From here on out, I'll refer to Double Dragon as DD. You are stupid. Sorry. Dexter Laboratory fans.
You're stupid, DD. Hello, dear brother. What have you got there? Nothing. You're in the air. Don't be silly. I love you very much.
I forgot they made her sing. Oh my God.
Now I must go touch. Break.
All the time. So yeah, Double Dragon will now be known as DD, not Double D's Kishion.
First off, no one was thinking that at all. And I'm a butt man, so leave me alone.
Well, thanks for the clarification.
Thank you. The other one the other stuff is a plus, but I'm a butt man.
So you can play as Billy Lee or a twin brother and Jimmy Lee. You know, they fight their way through the Black Warriors gang to rescue Billy's girlfriend, Marion. See a pattern here?
Marion. Yeah.
Going after to get the girl.
Yeah. You know, let's do a little philosophicalness here, if you don't mind. Do you think this was kind of like a societal, like, implication on how us as men. Now, again, I'm going down a rabbit hole, so if you all don't care to hear it, that's fine. But it is something to think about. As men, that we see women as, I wouldn't say inferior, but they can't do anything, so they need us.
In a certain point in time, yes. I think society-wise, that was the thought process for some.
Yeah. But you mean some or most? 'Cause I think it was most.
Some, most, yeah.
It's like it almost, video games almost like it portrayed that it was almost like we're the prize, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're even though we fight for the woman, I don't even know what that means sometimes, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But we fight for the woman. We go through all these hoops and ladders, and then we get her, right?
Yeah.
But then think about it this way too. It's like it's almost telling us like that's all you need to do and that's it.
It is. And I'm sure some people follow that.
I'm sure a lot of people follow that.
It's like, hey, I did what they did in the video game. Why are you this? Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I was nice. I was kind. I took her out on dates. I did this. And then they wonder why their marriage is terrible or their relationship's terrible. They have kids and she's still doing everything. And it's like, well, I did my part.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and that was just an epiphany. And that might be just me being drunk. But that's just, that is just epiphany. Like, if we're really out here doing this, if we're really going down this rabbit hole, or, we've had this, I mean, obviously it's been in our faces for so long, right?
Yeah.
We got to do better. Mm-hmm. we got to do better if that's the case. Cause that's not, no, this is, I see the trend.
Mm-hmm. Saving it. It's early 90s.
Yeah, no, it's
it's
early 90s. I get it.
Video games. And
also, I think women were fighting for a lot of rights at that time, which they should have had those rights anyway. They were humans, just like anybody else.
Males, yes.
But yeah, I see. Eye-opening. Okay, yes. Go ahead. I'm listening.
But yeah, 4 stages. If you beat the game in single player mode, the game ends after defeating the final boss. But if you're playing in co-op mode, then you have to fight your twin butter.
Twin butter.
If you're playing in co-op mode.
Is he melted yet?
No, not yet. Then you have to fight your twin brother to win Marianne's affection.
This is even worse now. So hold on. Now you have to fight your twin brother?
Yes.
Remember, Cain killed Abel. I just want you to know this. I want you to know that. Cain killed Abel. Over jealousy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they don't mention much in the game, but it's simple text.
I'm sure there's some backstory somewhere. You know how the backstory was normally on the manual.
Yeah.
That we never read.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, they could have did a little better than that. I'm sorry. That makes me cringe just a little bit because, like,
like, what do you mean?
That's like if me and you were to fight over a woman. Yeah. You know what I mean? And not saying women aren't worth fighting for, right? But to throw away our relationship, our brotherhood, our family.
Especially when it's already Billy's girlfriend, I believe.
Oh, it's already Billy's?
Yeah.
It's already
That's where we're
Billy's?
going.
Yo, Billy! You gonna let this happen? You gonna do something?
Yeah, it's already Billy's girlfriend, so then you go into co-op mode.
This is not good. Yeah, that is not the play. That is not the play. Holy cow. I didn't realize that.
So yeah, I mean, 2 and 3 are pretty much the same.
Oh, they're fighting over a girl who's already Billy's
for 2
other games.
No.
I was about to say.
I mean, as far as gameplay, the beat 'em up style. So in 2, in the arcade, went by Double Dragon 2. I guess Double Dragon 2: The Revenge when it was ported over to the consoles. Produced by Technos Japan, released in North America in November of '88. in Japan of December of 88. And when it came over to the consoles on the Nintendo, it was released on January 15th of 1990. And then the Mega Drive received a direct port and was exclusively sold in Japan in December of 91. Similar to the first game, we have 4 missions, and at the end of each mission, we have a boss fight. And the plot of this installment is that Billy and Jimmy are on a mission to avenge the unfortunate death of Billy's girlfriend, Marion, because the Black Warriors gang leader, Willie, killed her. So, Marion gets killed.
Oh, shit.
And the brothers go take care of the gang. Yeah, the Black Warriors gang.
Damn. Shit got real quick. Let me tell you this right now. If this were a real life situation, me and you had to handle business, I'm going to jail. I know I know I'm going to jail. I'm the first one to go out of the 2 of us, out of the 3 of us, actually.
Yeah.
I'm the first one to go. I am going to jail. I'm hurting somebody.
So, on our way to the third one, in the arcade, they call it Double Dragon 3. When it came to the console, they called it Double Dragon 3, The Rosetta Stones. I had a hard time with that one. I kept laughing. I couldn't stop laughing. I wanted to make a joke, but I couldn't find a good one that was really good.
We're speaking Spanish. Adios mío.
Game again is produced by Technos Japan, released in North America May 31st of 1990, released in Japan in November of 1990. Now, this game was eventually ported over to the NES, the Sega Genesis, and the Game Boy.
The Game Boy.
So this game was a little bit different. Even though Technos has their name on it, they outsource, I guess, the video game developer to a company called East Technology, and they were the ones that were contracted to develop the game. So in this installment, depending on the cabinet that you played, you could play up to 3 characters, 2 or 3 characters. So you still had Jimmy and Billy. Then they introduced a new sibling called Sonny. So check out this concept in 1990.
Okay, I'm listening.
The US version of the game had an item shop.
Okay.
Do you know where I'm going with this?
Mega Man.
Not so much Mega Man. Not, mind you, it's 1990. You could add additional credits or put in quarters and purchase in-game items that include weapons, moves, and new playable characters. Are you
serious? Are you you're joking?
Oh.
You're joking.
1990.
There was fucking microtransactions?
Yes. In 1990. If they could see your face right now.
Fucking me right now. Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Oh my God.
For an arcade cabinet game, I guess you'd say. But yeah.
So this is all right, boys and girls. We have been complaining about something that's been happening for years. Maybe not often.
Yeah, I don't think it was often.
This was reportedly the first cabinet did this?
One, yes. For the States, yes.
Oh, wow. Wow. You've got to be kidding me. No.
All right, so let's get into the plot. I know.
Oh, hold on. It's not funny. I got school. It's not funny. I got school. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that kind of hit deep. Not gonna lie to you.
Hey, I felt the same way. I was like, huh? No effing way.
What? Oh, man. Wow.
1990.
So this plan has been in schemes for years.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just trying to find better ways to make it so that you can do that, i.e. 2K, i.e. Madden, i.e. now FC 25, NCAA 25, or I mean, even games prior to.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. It's kind of disappointing, not gonna lie.
Right? It's like, F this game.
Right.
But yes. So the plot of this game is that Billy and Jimmy return home after training for 2 years. They encounter a fortune teller that goes by the name of Hiruku, and the fortune teller tells them, if you want to take on the world's strongest, the best of the best, then you must collect not 1, not 2, but 3 Rosetta Stones that have been scattered around the world. So, I guess, I don't know. I tried to make a Dragon Ball joke, but it didn't work. It didn't fit.
No, it fit.
Scattering the stones all over. Our heroes do a little bit of traveling. They start out in the States. They make their way to China, Japan, Italy, and Egypt. Once all 3 stones are collected, the final battle takes place in Cleopatra's tomb.
This shit's crazy right now.
Yeah, that's it.
This is the third one, right?
Yes.
So let's go to Super Double Dragons. Can we do that one? That's the one everyone likes. That's the one everyone likes.
So that one was developed and published by Technos Japan for the Japan release. For the States, it was developed by Technos and published by Trade West.
Trade West, yes.
Released in Japan and in the States of October of 92. A few upgrades came to this installment. You can guard.
Mm-hmm.
You have 7 levels to conquer.
You can even counter.
Could you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can catch people's punches.
And then, okay. Ba-boom. A power meter is introduced. Once the meter is filled up, you can do, special attacks.
Takes away health, though.
When you use your special? Or
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So you got to be careful. But if you fill up your power meter and don't use your special attacks, but use your melees, your melee is twice as much damage.
What does more damage?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I guess, they separated the arcade games and the console games. So for the console games, Marion gets to live. The arcade games, she dies. But in this installment, she is a martial arts student. And she's also a policewoman who works in narcotics. So, she knows some shit.
She does. And I'll tell you what, the bad guys were ruthless in that damn game. I'll tell you that.
Yes, but she ends up getting kidnapped by the Black Shadow Warriors. And Billy and Lee must go save her.
I will say again, out of all the Double Dragons, this one had the best soundtrack. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm the soundtrack guru out of the both of us.
Yeah,
I'll tell you when they have a good soundtrack. But I know the new Double Dragons that came out not too long ago. Me and Herc, our nephew, when we were playing that for a bit, the soundtrack on that's amazing too.
Good.
Oh my gosh! It brings back some of the older soundtrack. Older tracks and stuff like that. Primo.
I have to give him a listen.
I can't remember the name of it though. What was? Let me look it up real quick and see which one it was. It was Double Dragons. Where you at? Double Dragons. PS4. Here it is. Double Dragon Gaiden. Let me see. All right, Amazon, get it together. Rise of the Dragon. Yeah, it was good. It's hard because me and him got to the last boss. Yeah. So with this one, you can do 4 characters.
Okay.
So you can do up to 2 people playing, but you can switch out 2 characters at a time.
Oh, okay.
So you play 4 characters. It's actually really cool because it's kind of like a tag-based mechanic or an assist-based mechanic as well.
So when someone tags in, do they have the life that the original character had or a brand new life?
They have their own life.
And do they switch when you switch, does their life replenish or?
It doesn't replenish, but you can find items to help your life replenish. So you would switch back to that character, collect the item, and then switch back if you wanted to, or just keep that same character. But there were special moves that you could do too. There were certain combos that you could do. So if you did like a 4-person KO or something like that, that's how you would get your health because you would get food out of it or something like that. Yeah, Double Dragons, Gaiden, Rise of Dragon, primo. Probably one of the best beat 'em ups they came out with. Again, it's kind of like Scott Pilgrim.
Okay,
it's kind of has the same animation style, same art style. But these it's made by the same company, I think, as. Let me see. Now I got to pull it up. Damn it!
Let's take a look-see.
Modus Secret Base. They made that, and then let me see who made Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Let me see who made that. Oh, that was on the Switch too? That was a limited run on the Switch. Let me see who made this. You won't tell me who made it because this thing is terrible. Terrible. Okay, limited run did it for the Switch, but I'm trying to...
Oh, limited run games. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, limited run games is great. If you guys are big collectors, limited run games is something I would recommend just because if there's a physical copy that you're looking for on a specific game and you can't find it anywhere, they would have it for sure, especially for systems you wouldn't think they would have it for. Scott Pilgrim. Here we go. Ubisoft made it.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
It's okay.
Now I have to like a game from Ubisoft.
Yes.
I have to.
Yes, you do.
This is crap. This is complete and utter stupidity. Sick of it. Well, let me see. Yeah, Ubisoft Montreal.
Oh, okay.
God damn. Well,
hot damn.
Ubisoft can make a good game.
What happened to that boy?
I am proud to say that that Black Flag was not the only game that they could make. Yeah, that's crazy.
No,
I'm kind of upset about that.
All right,
not gonna lie, I'm kind of upset because I'm on the outs with Ubisoft at the moment. Like,
but they were different back then. I mean, obviously they made a game that you like,
but Ubisoft now is terrible. It's like they want you to spend all kinds of money, give you a terrible game. Like,
that's the world we live in today.
No, it's not the world. It's not the world I want to live in.
I hear you, but they all have their ups and downs as a company. You know, they all choose a direction to go into, and sometimes us as a society can agree or disagree, and we can continue to what?
No, I hear you. I mean,
we just got to give the feedback and speak out and say, "Hey, this is trash. Fix it." So,
and we do that, and whether they do, nothing. Well, sometimes they fix it. Sometimes they do.
And sometimes let's stay the course.
All right, you want to talk about Ubisoft? Let's get into Ubisoft. Ubisoft. Let's just do this. How many people out there, and put it in the comment section, could tell me the last Assassin's Creed? I know we were talking about beat 'em ups, but we're getting into Ubisoft right now. The last Assassin's Creed, Valhalla. Have you played that one?
No.
I've played 40 hours of that game, and I cannot tell you if I like it or not.
Holy cow. You should know pretty... Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah. Like, tell me how that works.
What's holding you back as far as not wanting to know?
I don't know. I can't necessarily tell you exactly what it is, what I like about it and what I don't like about it. Or let me. Okay, I can tell you what I like and what I don't like about it. Let me rephrase this. Usually, about maybe 2 to 3 hours in, you can tell if you like a game or not.
Right. Yeah.
So tell me how I'm 40 hours into a game and I could not tell you whether I like it or not. That's not good.
No.
I mean, some of that is on me, right?
Yeah, because I think after, like you said, the 2-3 hour mark, you would know. I don't know.
No, I mean, I'll take some responsibility because I need to make a choice.
But then again...
But it's hard to do when it's kind of... the game almost kind of seems aimless in a sense.
Okay.
And you're trying to find the purpose in the game.
Yeah.
And it's not. You can't find it. That's the first time I've ever experienced that. And then I realized, like, oh my God, Ubisoft is not that great. What was it? The other one, Division 2. Division and Division 2. When I tried the Division, I know Pop was playing that for a bit.
He was saying, it for a while.
Boy, well, I'm glad you did. You did.
I don't play that type of game that much. So it was a different experience for me. I
play looter shooters. I like Borderlands.
Because I was more, let's see, when that game came out, I was probably still, Destiny. I was like, all right, let me switch it up, give this game a chance. I didn't mind it. I felt it was fine. But I was so into Destiny, I was just like, it's just a game that I play to get a break from Destiny. So
that was another game, Division. Couldn't get into it. The only reason why I couldn't, it was because the gameplay wasn't that great. The first one. The second one,
I can understand that, yeah.
In the second one, it was almost like I played like 2 or 3 hours of it, and it was almost like I was forcing myself to like it.
Oh wow! I wonder if that's how I felt about Division.
Let me tell you something. Ubisoft has something. I guess I have something against Ubisoft. I'm not sure. Watch Dogs. Remember when they came out with the huge trailer for that and all the rest of that good stuff?
So I missed out on the trailer thing. I had to go back and look, but I enjoyed Watch Dogs. It was
enjoyed it?
Yeah.
All right. So you've seen that trailer. You got hyped off that trailer.
Well, I didn't see the trailer part, so I didn't have that. I didn't. But afterwards, after the game came out, then I looked. I was like, "Oh, this is what everyone's talking about. That's why they're upset."
Expectation.
Correct.
Yeah.
I never had expectations anymore for these games.
And I played Watch Dogs for maybe like 2 hours, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this game's hot and utter garbage." The only games of Ubisoft in recent years that I enjoyed playing was obviously Scott Pilgrim, and that was back in 2012. Rainbow Six Siege and Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Those are the only games. That's 3 games out of how many that they've put out?
Hey, sometimes you just don't like a certain company.
You know, it's not even that.
Not all companies can make great games for all genres.
And I understand that. I understand that. But here's my gripe. You make gold editions, deluxe editions, platinum editions, your mother's editions, and have us play the game 3 and 4 and a week early.
Yeah.
For it to be broken as shit.
Yeah, because we're the testers.
Right.
So we'd spend $50, $80, $100.
And you're not going to fix a game in 3 days. I'm sorry.
No.
You're not going to do that. Like Star Wars Outlaws, another Ubisoft game that came out just the other day or just the other month.
I watched a little bit of gameplay, but I stayed away. I'm not touching that.
So there's that. There's that one. And then also there's Assassin's Creed Shadows, which that's one I'm excited for because it's in feudal Japan. And you know me, I like the Japanese history. It got pushed back.
Why? I saw thumbnails. I didn't click on the videos. So I was like, uh-oh. So what did they do now? So
what happens? What happens? I mean, the whole fodder about people saying, "Oh, it's not accurate. It's not this." Yeah, kiss my ass. It's a video game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That part, it's a video game.
So, okay.
But they pushed it back. I'm guessing because of technical difficulties. They're trying to make sure that the game is good, which I'm glad. If you're pushing it back because you want to make the game good, I'm all for it. But they canceled all gold or whatever editions that were coming out because they're going to give you the first expansion that comes for it free. This better be a damn good fucking game if you're going to be doing this. And if I'm going to be spending my time, because the last Assassin's Creed I put 40 hours into, I put a whole work week into, and still can't tell you if it's a good game or not. That's not good. That is not good. That's not good. Now, I'll assume some responsibility because I do need to make a choice. But it's hard to make a choice when it seems so aimless, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my gripe. I'm just griping right now, just a gripe. So, and it's also because I'm tired.
Right. Yeah, man, that's pretty much beat 'em ups. Anything else to add to beat 'em ups?
No, that's it. That's it for me. Oh wait, no, we can do Final Fight. I mean,
we can do Final Fight.
Well, if you want to do a part 2, we can do a part 2.
Yeah, we'll save it for part 2.
Okay.
Yeah, because I only did Final Fight, and I was like, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. So he'll do a part 2.
All right, so we're gonna do a part 2 of beat 'em ups because this is a big genre. I mean, there's a lot of games that are actually pretty good out there.
Because there is a few more Battletoad games that came out in later years.
Kiss my ass with Battletoads, please.
But yeah, thank you guys for ladies, listeners, women and children, gentlemen.
Don't forget the men.
The men.
We don't want to get beat up. Sis has got her headphones on. She doesn't hear us. Thank God.
I think God. They have the passive hearing, so she can still hear. Allegedly.
Can you hear us, sis? Can you hear us? Loud and clear. Can you hear us? Nope.
Okay.
Sweet. She looked at me and looked away. Awesome.
All right. Thank you for listening. Catch you guys on the next episode.
Okay. Take it easy.
Peace.